أولى ثانوي. فرصة جديدة وحلم جديد وهنعديها بالتأكيد، وهنعديها بالتأكيد. أولى ثانوي.
Dear secondary stage students, year 1, welcome to our English program and welcome to our channel, Madrasetna 3, under the supervision of the Ministry of Education. Today we are going to continue Unit 10, it's part 2. This is time for grammar. We are going to discuss together the reported speech, how we can change from direct speech into reported speech. Let's start together. What are the objectives of our lesson today? By the end of this lesson, you will be able to use reported speech to talk about what someone says. You're going to write about past experiences and use the correct punctuation marks in reported speech. Why do you use reported speech? Why do you use this kind of grammar or this structure? Why do we change from direct into reported speech? Of course, we use reported speech to report what someone has said without using their exact words, in order to tell what someone has said. If the reporting verb is in the past, we usually change the verb form to go 1/10 back. So if the reporting verb in the past, we say he said in the past, we must change all the verbs into the past. So if it is present, we change it into past. If it is past, we change it into past perfect. As you see here in this chart, if the verb is present simple, it will be past simple. If it is present continuous, will be past continuous. And if it is past simple, it will be past perfect, and so on. So every verb, it changes a step back in the past. Now look at this picture. Nobody loves me. If someone says this sentence and we want to change it, or we wanted to report it, we wanted to tell it to someone else. Nobody loves me. He said, nobody loves me. What will we say? What did he say? He said that nobody loved him. Notice here that we changed the verb loves into loved. So because the word said in the past, he said that nobody loved him. So when the verb said is in the past, we change all the verbs into the past. She said, I am going to Paris soon. How can we change this sentence? She said that she was going to Paris soon. Here, I am is changed into she was. She said that she was. Because the verb said is in the past, we used the past. I said the film will be interesting. How can we change it? I said that the film would be interesting. So will change it into would. Because again, said is in the past, we change the verb into the past. He said, I can't help you. What will happen? Very good. Can will be could. Let's see it. He said that he couldn't help me. يبقى كان عندنا can't أصبحت couldn't. Why we did that? Because the verb said is in the past, so we change the verb in the past. Again, we not only change the verbs, but we also change the pronouns. How can we change the pronouns? We change the pronouns on the view of the reporter. So I will be he, and me will be him or her. My will be his or her. Look at this example. John said, I am cooking my dinner. John said, I am cooking my dinner. When we reported this speech, we will say John said that he was cooking his dinner. So we not only change the verb am into was, but also we change I into he. And we change my into his, because we are talking about John. So John said that he he refers to John. John said that he was cooking his dinner, the dinner of Joe. So we don't only change the verb and the pronouns, but also we change the time expressions. Now will become then. Today will be that day. Tonight, that night. Yesterday, the day before or the previous day. Tomorrow, the following or the next day. Next week, next month, next year will be the following day, the following week, or the following month. Look at this example. I saw Tom yesterday. John said that he had seen Tom the day before. Look here that we change it saw, past simple, into had seen, past perfect. And we change it yesterday into the day before. Another example. I'm going to Lisa's party tonight. I am going, أصبحت she was going. So we change it here into the past. And again, tonight became that night. شايفين yesterday became the day before وكمان tonight became that night, as you see. There are other verbs which can be used instead of tell or told. So we can say he said to me, he told me. We can say also he promised me, he claimed, he agreed, he admitted, he threatened, he complained, and so on. So we can change the verb according to the meaning of the reporter. Look at these important notes. There are some important notes here that we don't change the tense or the time expression in the following cases. There are some cases, irregular cases, in which we don't change into the past. When don't we change into the past? The first one, when the verb present, when the verb say is present. He says, I am visiting Luxor next month. He says that he is visiting Luxor next month. So here we don't change the verb and we don't change the time expression. I am visiting, he is visiting. Present continuous, it doesn't change. And the next month, it doesn't change again. What is the other case? The other case, the second case, when we talk about a fact. When the thing we are reporting is a fact. لما يكون الشيء اللي احنا بننقله ده بنتكلم على fact, حقيقة. We don't change into the past. The teacher said to us, the Nile is the longest river in the world. This is a fact. The Nile is the longest river in the world. So we cannot change it into the past. The teacher told us that the Nile is the longest river. Here we cannot change is into the past. So, is the Nile is, will remain the Nile is. So we don't change it. Why we don't change it? Because it's a fact. Number 3, when something is just said. Something is just said. It is just mentioned. شيء لسه متقال حالا. The teacher said just now, you will have a test tomorrow. So here we don't change the tense and we don't change the time expression because it is the same time. The speech is just said. It is just said now. So the teacher said just now that he will have a test tomorrow. So will remain the same. It will not be changed. What is the last one? The fourth one, when the time reference doesn't change. So if the word tomorrow doesn't change to the following day, or the word yesterday doesn't change to the day before, we will not change the verb. So she promised she will visit us tomorrow. She promised she will or she would. طبعا أنا عندي الفيرب هنا past فممكن قوي إن أنا أقول she promised she would. لكن علشان هو ما غيرش tomorrow. Tomorrow is doesn't change. يبقى احنا كمان we will not change the verb. So she promised she will visit us tomorrow. Here in this sentence, it means that the words are just said. Without saying he just said, but we understand that this speech is just said. She promised that she will visit us tomorrow. Let's look at this example. Cristiano Ronaldo said just now, I am having a party next week. So Cristiano Ronaldo said just now. These words are said just now. So here we will not change into the past. Cristiano Ronaldo said just now that he is having a party next week. So here I am having will be he is having, because we are talking about Cristiano. So we will say he is having. But we didn't change the tense. It's a present continuous here, and it is the same present continuous here. Why? Because it is something which is just said. So just now خلتني ما غيرش هنا التنس زي ما هو present continuous. Now we will talk about the reported question. How can we report a question? He said to me, where do you live? هنا لما بقول he said to me هقول he asked me. So in the statement we change said to into told. He said to me, he told me. But here in the question we change said to into asked. So he said to me, he asked me, because it's a question. He asked me, or he wanted to know, or he wondered. He asked me where I lived. هنا في حاجة very important إن احنا نعرفها، إن احنا خلاص we don't use a question mark and we don't use the inversion. خلاص مش هقول do you، هقول where I lived. يعني we change the question form into a sentence form. نحول صيغة السؤال لصيغة جملة. This is very important. And we don't use a question mark, we use a full stop. So he asked me where I lived. ما ينفعش أبدا أقول he asked me where do I live. No, it's wrong. هقول he asked me where I lived. Where I lived. It's a sentence here. Let's have another question, which is yes or no question or verb question. He said to me, can you swim? This is the question, can you swim? So the answer is yes, I can, or no, I can't. Can you swim? How can we change this into reported? He asked me if I can swim, or he asked me whether I can swim. So here we cannot say he asked me if, can I? No, it's wrong. We cannot use that. So we change the question form into a sentence form. I can swim, not can I. He asked me if I can swim. He asked me whether I can swim. Important notes here. The interrogative form of the verb is changed into affirmative form by placing the subject before the verb, deleting the question mark and adding a full stop. ده اللي كنت بقول لكم عليه ان احنا we change the question form into a sentence form and we don't add a question mark, we add a full stop. Okay? كمان ناخد بالنا ان احنا when we change the question into reported, we can change the verb said to into asked, wondered, wanted to know, or inquired. بس ناخد بالنا مين فيهم اللي can be followed by an object. This is asked. So we can say he asked me. But we cannot say he wondered me. We can say he wondered. He wondered. هو بيتساءل. لكن ممكن أقول he asked me. He asked us. He asked his son. So asked can be followed by an object. But wonder, wanted to know, or inquire is not followed by object. He said to me, what's your name? Let's change it into reported. He said to me, what's your name? أول حاجة هنغيرها said to into asked. He asked me. كمان هنا هشيل الانفرتد كوما وهربط بوات. He asked me what my name is. He asked me what my name is. طب احنا ليه ما غيرناش هنا للباست؟ لأن it's a fact. My name is Ahmed. My name is Muhammad. This doesn't change. It's a fact. So he asked me what my name is because my name will not change. So he asked me بالرغم ان هنا عندنا past اللي ان احنا we didn't change into the past. ممكن اقول he inquired about my name. He inquired about my name. شايفين هنا قلنا he asked me لكن هنا inquired about. كمان ممكن نقول he wanted to know what my name is. he wanted to know what my name is. مش هقول he wanted to know me ولا he wondered me. هقول he wondered what my name is. He wanted to know what my name is. He inquired about my name or he asked what my name is. ممكن أقول he asked me what my name is. He said to me, why are you late? هنحولها ازاي للpast؟ He wondered why I was late or he wanted to know why I was late. شايفين هنا مفيش me، مش هقدر استخدم me أبدا. He wondered why or he wanted to know why. لو استخدمت asked ممكن أقول he asked me. He asked me why. Let's look at some exercises about the reported speech. Let's look at the first question. Number 1, it's always hot at this time of the year. She just said. واحنا اتفقنا لما يكون في just said we will not change into the past. She just said that it is always hot at this time of the year. So here, why didn't we use the past? Although we have the verb said in the past, because there is the word just. He just said something which is just said, حاجة لسه متقالة حالا، يبقى احنا we don't change into the past. Question number 2, my sister, that I wore her dress without asking her. My sister congratulated, apologized, said to, complained. Of course, here the meaning decides this sentence. My sister is angry because I wear her dresses without asking her. So she congratulated? Of course not. مش هتهنيني على ان انا بعمل ده. هقول she complained. She complained. طب حد ممكن يقول لي she apologized. اولا هو عاملها apologize من غير الباست. كمان apologize محتاجه ان انا اقول she apologized for او she apologized that، بس هنا كمان التنس بتاعها غلط مش هقدر استخدمها. فهقول my sister complained، هي بتشتكي that I wore her dresses without asking her. Question number 3, Rick Suzanne to pick her up at the station. Rick warned, wondered, said to, promised. طبعا برضو هنا المينينج هو اللي هيحكم، فأنا هقول Rick promised Suzanne to pick her up at the station. He told Suzanne that he will pick her up at the station, so Rick promised Suzanne to pick her up at the station. Question number 4, she said that she really me as soon as she arrived. She said that she really calls, would call, will call, had called. زي ما احنا شايفين said past ما ينفعش ابدا استخدم بعدها present، يعني غلط خالص ان انا اقول calls او will call. طب انا عندي would call ولا had called as soon as she arrived؟ يبقى اكيد هقول would call. ليه؟ لان اصل الجمله I will call you as soon as I arrive. لما غيرناها I will call you اتحولت she would call me as soon as she arrived. Okay. Question number 5. 2 weeks ago, she said that museum the week before. طبعا عندي كلمة the week before دي بتدل إن أصل الجملة كان فيها إيه؟ كان فيها last week. last week. last week يعني أصل الجملة كان past simple، والpast simple بيتحول لإيه؟ أيوه very good، طبعا بيتحول لpast perfect. يبقى أنا أول ما ألاقي the week before أكيد لازم أستخدم الpast perfect. 2 weeks ago, he said that he had visited that museum the week before. طبعا ممكن حد يتلخبط وأول لما يلاقي ago يقول أنا هستخدم past simple، لكن لا، الكلام هنا بقى reported وتحولت كلمة last week ل the week before، يبقى كمان احنا لازم نحول ال past simple ل past perfect. We're going to discuss more about that, about the reported speech, the reported question, and the reported order, but we are going to do that on the light board. Let's go together. In this unit, we studied how to change the statement into reported speech and how to change the question into reported speech. we're going again to discuss how to change the command or the order into reported speech. Order or request. For example, if I say, he said, open the door. If I wanted to report this sentence or this order, it's a statement which is order. So here I will say, he ordered me. He ordered me. So here I change the word said into ordered. He ordered. He gave me an order. So he ordered me. I will remove this inverted comma and I will join with to. He ordered me to open the door. He ordered me to open the door. So in the order or in the request, we change said to into ordered, and we join the two sentences with to plus infinitive. He ordered me to open the door. Of course, the verb order can be advised. He advised me. He told me. He begged me. He warned me. According to who gives the order. So if the teacher gives the order, he ordered me. If the doctor, I can say he advised me. If my friend, I can say he asked me, and so on. But if the order is negative, for example, he said to me, don't make noise. This is a negative order. Don't make noise. I will say he, for example, warned me. He warned me. I can say he advised me, he warned me, he ordered me not to make noise. So in the affirmative, we link or join the two sentences with to. In the negative, we use not to. He warned me not to make noise. He advised me not to make noise. He asked me not to make noise. Or he ordered me not to make noise. So this is the reported order, how we change the order into reported speech. As you have seen, we studied today how to report the speech from direct into reported speech. We have three kinds of sentences: the statement, the question, and the command or the order. And we learned together how to change these sentences into reported speech, and that we should change into the past if the main verb is in the past. But there are some cases in which we don't change into the past, when it is a fact, or when something is just said, or when the main verb is in the present. Okay, I want you to practice and to answer as many questions as you can. Until we meet again, I wish you best of luck. Goodbye.
أولى ثانوي، فرصة جديدة وحلم جديد، وهنعديها بالتأكيد. وهنعديها بالتأكيد. أولى ثانوي.